All right, well, Clarinda wins tonight, 10-7 here over Atlantic. They're moving on to a regional final now here with Ripley Sunderman, Mallory Woods, and also Annika Price here tonight. Got some big contributors here this evening. And just, girls, just kind of start us off. Just kind of give us your thoughts and obviously takeaways here from this win tonight.
It feels great to just come out here and just hit good and play good defense, so we're ready for the next round.
I feel great. I feel like my entire team did great. We all did our parts, and I'm just happy we won.
We definitely kept our bats rolling. That was our biggest part tonight, knowing what to hit and when to hit and how to hit. We know she was a good pitcher, and we just kept rolling. Like, we didn't get on our heads. We just had to keep going.
You know, and Mallory, now obviously a game like that, a couple of strikeouts for you tonight. To just kind of talk, kind of what's the mentality there as they're kind of clawing back a little bit there late in that one? What are you kind of telling yourself, kind of telling your teammates there fight late in that one?
I just tell them that we got to keep our heads up and we got to keep rolling. We can't let ourselves get down, because if that happens, then we just end up like making more mistakes and they just keep going. I just think that we have to keep our heads up no matter what. And that's really all I keep telling them.
Obviously, you're able to work yourself out of a couple of situations tonight, also strand some runners. What did you kind of feel was working for you there to kind of get out of some of those situations that were late in that game?
I feel like either my drop curve or fastball was working really well, but also my teammates keeping me up all the time.
And offensively, a couple of big innings for you guys, 5 in the second, and also there in the sixth as well to put that one away. Annika, just kind of tell us a little bit. Obviously, kind of you had that big two RBI triple there late in that one. Kind of take us through that hit there, what you kind of saw there. I think it bounced off the top of the fence. Just kind of how'd that one feel coming off the bat?
Oh, it felt great. The one before I had a double and I knew what to expect, and so I just did my thing and didn't change my approach. It went.
And obviously, those 2 innings, you guys got all the way through the order in both of those. Kind of just talk about, what kind of the mentality was at the plate here tonight.
Once when someone gets started, then we all just join in, and so we score big, and then it just works out.
Rip, you obviously had a 2 RBI double there in that second that kind of helped blow up that inning a little bit. Just tell us a little bit what you kind of were feeling there in that second and how big it was, obviously, to kind of build that lead early as well.
I mean, knowing we have 2 outs, you're just like, you can't be the last out. You want to keep it going, and we needed the run, so you just got to wait and find your pitch and go. And then, obviously, we got it, and that keeps us pumped up, and we just feed off of it every time.
And obviously, you guys move on to a regional final now on Tuesday. Just kind of thoughts, and obviously moving on here, keeping the season alive.
Just keep hitting well and playing good defense. That's going to keep us rolling.
We got to keep our heads up, keep cheering loud, and do our game.
Yeah. I mean, we know PCM's a good team, so we got to keep out of our own heads, and we got to hit like we have been and just keep rolling with it.
Congrats on the win tonight.
Thank you.
All right, once again, Clarinda wins here tonight, 10-7 here in a regional semifinal over Atlantic. You're now with Coach Knight, and obviously, Coach, you guys had a couple of big innings there offensively that kind of made it close there a little bit near the end. Just to kind of give us your takeaways, kind of thoughts on this win here tonight.
First of all, hats off to Atlantic. That's a good softball team. Got a lot of respect for their program. Traditionally, they're awful strong every single year. We talked after we scored 5 runs, they're not going to go quietly. They're going to battle to try to get back in it, and they did. And, we didn't let that little bit of adversity stop us. Then we came back out and put another 5 on the board. They put another couple on the board. Again, that's this time of year, survive and advance type softball.
Certainly, you mentioned those 2 big innings there. What did you kind of feel maybe was kind of the difference for your goals in those 2 innings there offensively?
I thought maybe early we were trying to do a little too much with every pitch we saw. I think once we calmed down at the plate a little bit, we just kind of went with the pitch, didn't overswing, started swinging at better pitches. Again, when you're young, I feel like we're a pretty young team. Sometimes you try to do a little bit too much. You try a little bit too hard at the plate, and it's all about just relax. We've talked all year about just put a good swing on a good pitch, and once we calm down and settle into that mentality, we can hit it.
Obviously, Annika Price, a couple of big hits for her tonight. I think it was 4 RBIs for her as well tonight. Just kind of speak to her performance at the plate this evening.
She's swung it all year. Again, I've got 9-10 girls that anytime there's somebody on base, I'm pretty confident they're going to get a hit, and she'd be right at the top of my list. Again, this kid that's worked really, really hard. I think she's probably put in 10,000, 15,000 swings since last season, and it's showing up.
Obviously, you speak of a pretty young team. Obviously, Mallory Woods, a freshman for you guys there in the circle tonight. She fights through that here this evening. Kind of speak to what you like from her in the circle tonight.
She just doesn't get rattled. Again, I feel like sometimes the other team starts cheering, and I think sometimes Mallory just thinks they're cheering for her. So she doesn't get rattled. She kept the ball down well tonight, outside of probably one pitch. Control was pretty good, and again, she's just mentally tough.
And obviously, as Atlantic is kind of getting close, or closing that gap a little bit there late in that one. I guess what's kind of the message to your girls there as you guys are holding on there late in that one?
Hey, we've been here before. We've been here several times this year where, again, we were down 8-0 to a good Glenwood team, and we came back and put 11 on the board in 2 innings. We won a couple close ball games in conference play. So we've been there before. So even though we're young, we've been in a lot of situations against a lot of good teams.
Obviously, you move on to regional final against PCM on Tuesday. Just kind of thoughts looking ahead to that matchup.
I'm going to enjoy this one. I'll start thinking about PCM tomorrow a little bit, but I went over and watched them play. They're a good ball club. They play good defense. They've got good pitching. They can hit it a little bit. So we're going to have our work cut out for us, but I like my ball club.
Congrats on the win tonight, Coach.
Thank you.